What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and this is another video that is presented by the EA Game Changers program. So in this video, I am playing a MUT head-to-head game against a fellow YouTuber who goes by the name of CookieBoy. I'm sure most of y'all have heard of him. He's got well over 500,000 subscribers, one of the biggest Madden YouTubers out there. Does a lot of cool stuff like top 10 plays of the week. I'm sure you've come across that at one time or another. He's been doing that for a few years. It's kind of what he is known for. So we just got a little quick MUT game in while we were down at EA capturing footage. I've gotten some other gameplays against a couple other guys. This one, you know, me and him were kind of both sitting around for a little bit with not really much to do. We kind of didn't know what to record or whatever, so we're like, hey, let's just get a game in. So that's what we did. He is in the Titan uniforms. Of course, I'm rocking my Saints unis as always. And yeah, we're just gonna get a game in. Gonna try to beat my fellow YouTuber here. And here I'm in the pistol bunch tight end. The pistol bunch tight end, I was running this a good little bit down at EA because I was just kind of using the Saints playbook a good bit. Here I try to get underneath the cornerback. He picks me off of Champ Bailey. He recovers, jukes, and then he goes in for the touchdown. You're gonna see a lot of crazy plays in this game. This is for like one of the first games of Madden 19. This really was there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in this game. So right there, I mean, I thought I had, you know, underneath leverage there on the cornerback. It was kind of like anybody's ball, I guess. They both guys kind of just met at the same time, and he came up with the pick, but he pulls off the stumble recovery and the juke right out of it to get the touchdown. So that was pretty crazy. So already down 7-0 to CookieBoy. Got to try to put some points on the board. Definitely going to try to, you know, go to Randy Moss and Antonio Brown as much as I can. If you saw any of the earlier gameplays, both of those guys, you know, did some pretty good damage here. Nothing open. Going to try to run with the QB, and I get lit up. That was Steve Young. Not sure who he laid me out with, but he played really good defense there and pretty much just shut me down. So now we're in a 3rd and 5 situation here, trying to pick up the first down, and I get sacked. One thing you're going to notice this year is the block sheds have been tuned up. You can't really hold on to the ball too long, and I know that's going to aggravate a lot of people, but I mean, it is kind of more realistic to real life. You know, you really don't have that much time to pass the ball. So yeah, if you hold on the ball a little bit too much, you're definitely gonna get hit with sacks this year, like you just saw happen to me there. Especially, you know, we've got some of the better cards in the game right here. He's pulling off a nice spin move on me, and I lay a hit stick. But yeah, we have, you know, some legend pass rushers and stuff like that. So we definitely have some high-end items out here on the field. So I'm just trying to play defense. I need to lock up. I sent a good blitz at him, made him get rid of the ball too early there, and it results in an incomplete pass. But I definitely wanted to get the sack. Here we are 3rd and long, trying to get the stop so I can get the ball back. I definitely don't want to go down 2 possessions already. Kind of mixing up defense, have some guys manned up, all out zone. I had a good coverage there, but he takes off with Cam Newton and just kind of picks apart the defense there with his legs. Didn't put a spy on the field. I had pretty much everything accounted for, everything covered but Cam Newton, and he took advantage of it here. I don't know what route that was. I decided to just kind of go with a little man zone mix there. I'm not sure what that route was, but it completely toasted the cornerback. Looked kind of almost like an unbumpable route. So now just trying to make things happen. He throws it up. I get up there and defend it and force the incomplete pass. So at this point, just trying to hold him to 3, if anything, you know, because being down 10 is definitely not as bad as being down 14. He throws a high point pass, and he comes down with it. I believe that might have been Randy Moss. And I've told you in some other videos, high point passes are definitely looking to be kind of OP this year. You can pick them off, but if you're not in perfect position, it's very easy to do what he just did right there. And he, you know, again, I thought I played pretty good defense, but he definitely got me with the high point in the back of the end zone. So down 14-0, that's not looking good. Try to pull off a juke with Bailey there, not really going too far. So just need to try to score before halftime, really, and just, you know, make it a little bit more of a game, because I did get the ball first too. So definitely don't want to go in half down 2 possessions and him getting the ball. So here I go to PA crossers, kind of break the tackle there with Antonio Brown. I'm able to get a first down. Just trying to put a little bit of a drive together because my first 2 drives were pretty terrible. Taking off here with Steve Young, and I slide, so at least this time I don't get lit up. Didn't get hit. Still mainly running a lot of pistol bunch tight end and then some trip sets. That was what I was running mostly when I was out there. You know, none of us were like labbing really, or, you know, we didn't like have a scheme or anything like that down. Not most of us anyway. And you know, we're kind of just like running the first playbooks we messed with. And the Saints is a playbook that I dabble in a little bit every year, at least for a little bit. So I just went pistol bunch tight end, went some, you know, trip sets, and just try to run that, you know, a little bit of single back tight slots here and there. Just stuff I'm familiar with, but, you know, the game definitely does play a lot different. Things that were OP last year are not as good this year. Here, hitting Moss on the little trail route, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So at least putting a drive together, getting a couple first downs, which I wasn't doing on my other previous drives. Here I go for the halfback toss out of I-form slot flex, and we get a good about 15-yard gain there before we're even touched. So now we're moving the ball, we're getting in field goal range. We just got to punch this in now. We got to try to get in that end zone, make something happen. Again, back in the pistol bunch tight end. This is going to be a formation that I'll probably mess with early in the year. Here we go, breaking the tackle with Randy Moss. Like I said, definitely the best card in the game, I would say, for Mutt to start the year. Definitely the best receiver. He just makes moves. He's great route running, great speed, can burn people, and he breaks a lot of tackles too. So as you see, we were able to punch that in there, and as he hits me with a nasty spin move, and we're only down 7 now. So if we can just play good defense, get in the half, and then try to work our way back into the game. But here you can see putting the spy on the field because he burned me with Cam Newton last time, so I'm not trying to have that happen again. And yeah, we're just trying to cover everything up, playing pretty good defense there. He kind of throws it at me. I had this guy covered. I was behind him, so I'm not really I'm not mad that I didn't get a pick or anything there. But he definitely, that wasn't probably the wisest throw, but at least we played good defense. Now it is 4th and inches. Gonna try to hold him and get the ball back. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. He got the spy on the field, so he can't scramble. He throws it up into traffic, and we break it up. So just like that, right back into the game with a good defensive possession there. Just going to try to get some points before half. A field goal would be fine. I don't really need to get the touchdown here, especially with the amount of time that's left. I got to kind of play safe. So going back to the PA crossers, that was a play I ran a good little bit when I was playing some head-to-head out there a couple weeks ago, and that was definitely a play that was very successful for me pretty consistently. It was a great play last year. It still looks to be pretty good this year. Here, dumping it down in the flats, just trying to pick up some quick yards and get out of bounds, and just kind of save that one time out that I have. So now I'm pretty much in field goal range. The key here is don't do anything stupid. Don't try to get too greedy. That's exactly what I do, and I throw a pick. I'm not sure what I was looking at there. I didn't see his user at all. I thought that I was trying to kind of pass lead the pass up on the crossing route. I felt like I had a window there, but it just didn't develop how I had all thought. And now he goes deep. I believe that was to Randy Moss, but we break it up. So I should definitely have more points, but that's all on me. I was just playing bad there at the end of half, and now I'm down 7, but at least I cut the deficit in half. I'm not down 14 or anything like that. So I played good defense last drive. Just have to play good defense again this drive and get a stop. Here he overthrows his guy in the flat. So 3rd and 9. We're doing good so far. Just got to hold up here. I don't think he will go for it on 4th down if I stop him right here. I don't think he's going to pull that out yet. But first we have to make our stop on 3rd down. So I'm in the Tampa 2 out of 3-5, kind of messing around with that scene if it's still good. And we get a block shed, as you see. Like I said, the block sheds, if you hold the ball for a little bit too long this year, 3 seconds, that block shed's kind of coming in. So that it worked for him in an early drive, and then it worked for me there. So now we have a chance to tie the game back up. Just kind of playing conservative there and dumping the ball down. There was nothing open deep. Going back to the PA crossers play, I've run this a few times already, and it's been successful. If he sticks the crossing route, I just dump it down to the in route, and that's what I do again there. That was a little bit tighter coverage. He had 2 guys, but they were a little bit behind me, so I felt okay with that throw. Just glad that Antonio Brown held on to the ball there. And here we're going to go up top. Randy Moss again for the touchdown. Like I said, best card in the game. This dude just gets open. He makes plays. So just like that, tie ball game. We were down 14-0, but we made things happen. We climbed back into the game, playing some good defensive possessions, and then putting together a couple good drives on offense. If only I didn't make that boneheaded throw right before half. We could have a lead right now, whether it be 3 points or maybe even 7. But I got a little too greedy there. So try to get back on defense and get another stop. I've stopped him the last 2 times in a row, so I'm going to try to get another stop here. He hits me in the flat, and he trucks me. I think that's Lamar Miller. So kind of surprised that I got trucked there. It is Lamar Miller, but he ran me over there and got some extra yards after that. So not a good way to start the drive. He's running the play action. Got everything bottled up, and he's going to take off with Cam Newton again. Going to lay the wood. He coughs the ball up, and it hits me in my hands. Then my guy fumbles it back to the guy behind him. That was a crazy play because when the ball got fumbled the second time, I thought I was going to actually be able to run that in. But that was crazy. So I didn't have the spy on the field again, messed up, but luckily was able to get a nice clean hit on Cam Newton, and he just ball flies up in there. Like I said, you're going to see some more crazy plays in this game. You've already seen maybe about 3. You're going to probably see a few more before the game's over. So here we are driving down the field. We've gotten 3 stops in a row. We're finally clicking. Going to try to take the lead here now, not be boneheaded, take the field goal if I have to. So here, kind of being a little more conservative running the ball. I was at the 30. I said, let me get some positive yards here, and you know, make the field goal easier for me if it comes down to me having to kick a field goal here. Nothing is open, playing great defense, and he sends his spy in and gets me with the sack. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 19. So now I've lost yards, and the key here is don't lose any more yards because we don't want to give up you know, the field goal that we do have. We want to at least get it. So nothing's open. I check it down in the flat, try to make a move with Eifert. We got a decent gain there, but we're just going to take our 3. That's, you know, nothing was open, so that time I played it smart. I should have did that before half, but I didn't. So there, I played it smart so I could check it down and get the field goal here, handing it back off to Lamar Miller. He gets a decent gain there. So 17 unanswered points after being down 14-0. He has not scored in his last few drives, so we're playing very good. We just have to keep it together and you know, try to keep him out of the end zone. If we can stop him here, we will probably win the game. And he takes off with Cam Newton and gets a huge run again. Me neglecting to put the spy on the field. That's on me. I had everything locked up, playing great defense, but I gave him the bailout there. I didn't put the spy on the field, and he took advantage of it. So that play right there, like that, in the moment that happened, I was frustrated with myself because I'm like, man, you know, if I have the spy on the field there, that could maybe be the game, because it would have been a situation where he might have had to throw the ball away, and he would have been a little bit more up, you know, against the wall there. But now he's in field goal range. He can tie the game up. So he's playing smart. Here, great play. He looked like he was about to roll out. He saw that I had the defenders there, and he made a really good read on the fly there, dumped it down into the flat. So now he's not only threatening to tie the game, he's threatening to take the lead late and make it very hard for me to win the game. He's going to go high point again. This time I'm able to jar the ball loose. That's the same play he scored on earlier in the game. Was able to jar the ball loose. Here he runs the ball. Defense plays good in pursuit, and we forced the field goal. I don't know why I didn't put the field goal clip in there. I must have accidentally skipped over that, but he scored the field goal. So it is 17-17. We're probably going OT. Here I try to dump it down, get out of bounds quick. That play didn't really develop how I wanted. I'm thinking maybe we should just take it OT here, especially for the game, for the channel. It would be really good. Just get an OT game. Here I roll out. He blitzed the spy in. What am I doing? That's just boneheaded by me. I was so mad when I did this. We were laughing in the studio. I'm like, man, why would I do that when we had a chance to take this game to overtime and really, you know, actually make it a bigger game? I don't know why I threw that ball there, but now he makes another good play, and he's pretty much just going to run out the clock now and kick the game-winning field goal. So, yeah, don't know what I was doing on that last play. The last play on offense in the second half for me, and in the last play in the first half, just dumb plays, just inexplicable, just dumb reads that made absolutely no sense. On that last play, he was using the guy on the crossing route, and for some reason, for like that split second, I thought he was gonna like commit in and try to run down towards me for some reason and bail on the route. But as soon as I let the ball go, I realized, like, oh, that's definitely not what he was doing at all. So yeah, CookieBoy got the best of me here. You know, we had a good game passing the ball, 156 yards, 40 yards rushing as well. He had some good yards on the ground with Cam Newton. I think those plays were really the big difference of the game, aside from the 2 dumb picks that I threw. But yeah, it was definitely a fun game of MUT. There were a lot of great cards to get on day 1. Randy Moss, Sean Taylor, Bruce Smith. There's a lot of great cards out there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.